My thoughts on growing up and being 16. We all have those ages, especially when we were younger, those ages where we look up to those ages and we're like, oh my gosh, imagine if I was like 20, imagine if I was 18, what would I look like, what would life be? I would be so independent. We kind of mark that as our age. For me, 16 was kind of that age where it was like, okay, I'm still a teenager, I'm still young, but at the same time, I'm kind of peaking this new age of responsibility and taking accountability for myself and my decisions. I cannot lie when I tell you, over these past couple weeks, I have been contemplating this idea of growing up, and it's crazy. This is the oldest I've ever been in my life, and I have reached the age that I've always thought about and contemplated on. Today's my birthday. This birthday was definitely different and new because this was my first birthday out of the country. My first birthday where I didn't celebrate with, the usual people that I celebrate with, my family. That was a very hard thing to deal with, just knowing that this year I wouldn't be celebrating my birthday with the same people physically. If there's anything that this entire process of growing up has taught me, it's that time will always go by. It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter how you do it, it doesn't matter when you do it. Time will always go by. It will continue on and on and on until Jesus comes again and is like, we good. That's something that I've been really wrestling with, the fact that it's not the time that's the problem, it's me. If I don't have time to do something, it's not because of the time, it's because of me. I'm 16 now, whoop-de-woo. One day I'm gonna be 18 and I'm gonna look back at this video and be like, wow, I was so young. And to me, that's crazy. That just means that during this time right now, I need to be setting my future self up for success. I want to do everything that it takes to possibly make my future self's life easier. I hate to say that I have a fear, but my biggest fear is being 20, 25, 35, 45, and looking back on my youth and being like, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have done this more, or I wish I never did this. Right now, I am in the foundation. This is the groundwork. The things that I do now will affect my future self, and that's so scary because if I'm being honest, I'm not ready to have that responsibility. The things that I do today, whether it's taking my education seriously, whether it's applying for college, what type of college I apply for, whether it's I even go to college, all of these things that I'm thinking about right now will indeed impact my life in some way, shape, or form for the future. And that scares me dramatically. If I'm being completely honest, I'm scared of responsibility. I know that there are a lot of teenagers who feel the exact same way. I don't want to think about the fact that one day I'll be an adult and living on my own, having to pay my own bills and feed my own self and possibly my own children. Like, I don't want to think about that. If I'm being honest, I like being a child. People don't expect much from you, which is bad, but very, very convenient. The older that you get is the more that people expect you to do more. And adulthood will come sooner than I think. I don't have to go on adventures and see sights and do weird things in order to grow up and mature. All I have to do is live and do the things that I was placed on this earth to do. In this time, especially being in high school, it's very pushed on high schoolers for us to do a bunch of things. We have to change the world at 14. We have to sign up for programs and speak with the mayor and start businesses and join sports things, a whole lot that high schoolers are recommended to do in order to be accepted, to seem like a scholar. In order to seem smart, you have to sign up for this program or join this venture or start this thing or start this club or join this. And I don't know if it's just my fear of putting myself out there or if it's just my lack of desire to do things that don't mean a single thing to me. My number one duty right now is to learn more about God, learn more about this life that I'm living, learn more about what it is that this real life business has going on. It's not easy having to try new things and experience new things that you've never experienced before. But in everything, there's always a joy. There's always something that you can laugh about, to smile about, to be grateful about. Doesn't matter how rock bottom you might be, there is always something that you can be grateful for. I know that even in the hardships of life, even when things might not go the way that I planned or the way that I wanted them to go, I know that my gratefulness to God will always keep me grounded. I guess that's what I like to call a bittersweet 16.